Welcome to CSS Peers. Today our topic is child labor in Pakistan. Visit our website csspeers.online for more updates. First of all, what is child labor? Child labor exists as a considerable problem throughout Pakistan where millions of children find employment in different industrial sectors. Child labor persists, even though Pakistan supports international child labor laws because the country faces severe economic challenges, coupled with weak educational systems and weak policy enforcement. This paper examines the fundamental factors behind child labor in Pakistan, as well as its resulting impacts, while studying existing legal standards and future solutions for total elimination from the country. Causes of child labor in Pakistan. Number 1. Poverty. The poverty level in Pakistan drives parents to send their children into work roles because their income would help support the family. Number 2. Lack of education. The combination of expensive education and poor facilities with cultural values favoring work instead of school causes many Pakistani children to remain without proper schooling opportunities. Number 3. Cultural and social norms. In various rural communities, child labor has become an accepted practice because people consider it essential to ensure survival. Number 4. Weak law enforcement. Weak enforcement and systemic corruption render most child labor laws meaningless even though they officially exist. Industries employing child labor. Number 1. Agriculture. Children in agriculture fields risk hazardous conditions while they pick crops and work with toxic pesticides in their duties. Number 2. Brick kilns. Brick kiln workers subject children to enduring long shifts and dangerous extreme weather that accompanies bonded servitude. Number 3. Carpet weaving. Due to their skillful hands, children are used in carpet-making operations which allows exploitation and results in health detriments. Number 4. Domestic work. Girls, along with numerous other children, perform domestic housework across the region where they encounter physical mistreatment and financial exploitation. Consequences of child labor. Number 1. Health issues. Children who work long hours and endure dangerous working environments develop both physical ailments and psychological issues. Number 2. Lack of education. School attendance for working children creates permanent barriers to their career possibilities in later life. Number 3. Exploitation and abuse. Child workers become victims of physical violence and emotional mistreatment and sexual harassment in their places of employment. Number 4. Perpetuation of poverty. Children without education along with necessary skills will stay trapped in low-wage employment, thus sustaining their poverty status. Legal framework against child labor. Number 1. The Employment of Children Act, 1991. Prohibits the employment of children under 14 in hazardous occupations. Number 2. Under the 1992 Bonded Labor System Abolition Act. Bonded child labor is prohibited by law while the recovery and rehabilitation process for these children is prescripted. Number 3. The Punjab Restriction on Employment of Children Act, 2016. Imposes strict penalties on those employing children in hazardous conditions. Number 4. International Conventions, International Labor Organization, ILO, conventions along with the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, UNCRC, have Pakistan as a member country. Solutions to eradicate child labor. Number 1. Improving education access. Free and high-quality education programs offered for all children will help prevent the occurrence of child labor. Number 2. Poverty alleviation programs. Extended financial support for poor families helps these families to cut their need for child labor. Number 3. Strict law enforcement. There exists a solution to reduce child labor through accurate monitoring, combined with strong punishment measures for violators. Number 4. Public awareness campaigns. Society's understanding of child labor dangers through education will transform cultural beliefs toward children working. Number 5. Corporate responsibility. Organizations need to practice ethical labor policies while abstaining from hiring children to work for them. Challenges in implementing the laws. The framework of child labor laws struggles to achieve its objectives because of weak enforcement, together with poor awareness efforts and systemic corruption in the country. Role of NGOs and international organizations. UNICEF's efforts. Through its alliance with Pakistani government agencies and NGOs, UNICEF runs educational rehabilitation solutions for child laborers. Role of ILO, International Labor Organization. Through active participation, ILO functions as an organization that establishes policies for ending child labor operations while providing assistance to local entities fighting against child work. Local NGOs fighting child labor. The 80 Foundation, together with the Citizens Foundation, rescue child laborers to provide them education. Conclusion. Many millions of children face child labor conditions across Pakistan, which blocks national development in the country. Existing laws alone are not enough to stop this menace, because strong enforcement with economic reforms and sociological adjustments are needed to eliminate child labor fully. The elimination of child labor in Pakistan will occur through educational financing, combined with strict law enforcement and family-friendly economic development initiatives.